Data protocol. When looking at our data protocol, we have 4 steps. The first step would be to collect data, then to analyze the data, next create an action plan, and the last step is to implement. Every time we look at the data, we start the cycle over and use all 4 steps. When we collect data, we look at the who are we, how do we do business, where are we now, and why do we exist. When we look at who are we, we're looking at our demographic data for students, staff, and the community. How we do business, we look at perceptual data, the school processes, and the school values, along with school's culture, climate, and organizational processes. Thinking about where we are now and why do we exist, we look at our current assessment scores, our current data, and our school purpose and mission. Next, we analyze the data. Where do we want to be? So we set goals based on our current data, and then we think about where our school wants to end up. We look at the gaps, we synthesize the differences in where we are now to where we want to be. We uncover the root causes of the gaps. And then next we make an action plan. So we would put together a data team, and the data team would figure out how to eliminate our gaps by creating this action plan, coming up with strategies, and address the needs of the school. The data team would do all the analyzations of the data, keep track of our action plan, and make sure all the staff members are on board. Then we implement. Our action plan includes how the vision will be implemented, monitored, evaluated, and improved. So again, our data team would be the main people in charge of making sure we are implementing the strategies we come up with, making sure teachers are being monitored, our data is being collected correctly, and that we are improving. We would also use professional development time to address our action plan. So the data team would meet on other days, come up with strategies, look at our current data, and then address it at professional development. Share things that we can do to improve our instruction and improve our student achievement. So when the data team looks at their different types of data, they can use this worksheet. So they would look at the specific grade level, then also what data is being looked at. So maybe it's Lexia, Read Well, anything that they can look at for coming up with the action plan. Then there's a few questions to answer. The first one, what school goals go along with this data? What is the purpose of collecting this data and doing these assessments? Then what strengths do we see in the assessment? What weaknesses are in the assessment? And then the gaps, if they still exist. We can look at other trends that we see, along with writing down the strategies to get rid of gaps. So the data team would fill out this worksheet, come together, maybe come up with more strategies, and then fill in with the rest of the staff at a professional development time.